Hello, I'm Alison David, and I am one of the matchmakers and dating coaches here at Midwest Matchmaking. And today I am going to be going over our top 8 dating resolutions for singles. So it's winding down on 2020, and it's that time of year where people start reflecting on the year behind us and looking to the one ahead, making resolutions on what they want or intend to change moving forward into 2021. Sounds weird to say that already, but we're almost there, guys. So for singles, this is a really great time for you to survey how dating went for you in 2020, um, as well as can be expected, I suppose. If you made it through it, great. But our team has come up with some resolutions. We sat back and we brainstormed. And we kind of figured out what we think every single could be well served to enact into their love life next year. So, number one, this is something I actually regularly recommend to our clients, and that would be to be taking a break from dating. Kind of similar to the dry January thing that people do where they don't drink for the whole month to kind of reboot their system and jumpstart their health. You should absolutely be doing this for your love life as well. It's really kind of refreshing when you feel stuck or burned out. And again, this is something I recommend my clients doing a lot whenever they kind of express some kind of frustration or feeling discouraged when things aren't going the way that they hope. Um, the concept's pretty simple. Just no dating for at least 30 days. It means no apps, no thinking about it, anything like that, no flirting. Just focus on yourself. Tune out everyone else and kind of start to date yourself in a sense and love yourself a little bit more. You can also identify any dating behaviors that maybe held you back last year and taking things to the next level with someone, or even just finding the right person, or possibly even maybe think about what you have done that possibly hurt other people, and decide to let those things and actions go. So that requires a little bit of self work, but that's kind of the idea behind this, is that you stop thinking about dating and other people and you focus on yourself, because that's going to allow you to come to the table when you do start dating again a much more whole person and really ready and open to a new relationship. So do this dry, what would we call this? No dating January? I don't know. But spend some time doing things that you really love and bring you joy, and kind of just doing the self-love, self-care thing. And don't even think about dating. And a lot of times people will find that they don't even miss it. We say 30 days and they say, okay, I'll talk to you in a month. And it's more like 6 to 8 weeks when I do hear from them again. So it's kind of nice and refreshing to do. So give that a try. Number two is to, when you are ready, you've done your detox, you're ready to get back out there, decide to date differently. And what I mean by that is that if you've been single for more than a year and you're actively trying to meet people, going on dates, doing apps, using a service like ours, and you're not finding much success, the odds are that what you're doing is not working. So we need to do something different in order to see different results, right? So if you're doing the apps, get off of them and explore other options. Matchmaking is a great option for those people. A lot of people who come to us have done the apps, they hate it, they find them really frustrating, they hate the way that you just talk and talk and talk and nothing ever happens. And we have a lot of different membership options. So you don't have to sign on to, our top tier matchmaking where we do a nationwide selective search for you. You can also just hop onto our database and be someone that we reach out to when we're looking for potential matches for our clients. But do something different, to commit to meeting people a different way. If you're in a relationship, this is also go to you too. And you could even just date differently in that, if you're always the kind of person, male or female, who kind of leans back and lets the other person take the lead and make plans, do it yourself every once in a while. Take control and say, hey, I'm going to plan this next date for us. And that person that you're dating will probably really thank you for it and be happy to have a little bit of less pressure on themselves for once. If you always go out on dinner for your first dates, quick, easy switch up there. Stop going on dinner for first dates. No one really actually likes that. They kind of hate it. So just do drinks, coffee. Keep it simple, short and sweet is really the best way to do a first date. We hear it all the time. People prefer it. So no dinner, just drinks. Resolutions are all about making new habits, right? That's kind of the idea. So think about what your bad dating habits might be when it comes to it. And it might just be as simple as doing the complete opposite. So do that reflection in your dating detox and think about what you need to change and do differently. Number 3 would be to just say yes to more dates, or say yes to all of the dates. That would make your matchmaker very happy if you're working with someone like us. Video dating is on the rise again now that things are getting colder and COVID and all that's going on. And it actually makes it really easy to meet people more frequently than you would if you're actually going out and meeting in person. It's a little bit less of a time commitment. It's free. All you need is an internet connection, or sometimes even just a cell phone to FaceTime. And 20, 30 minutes is usually all you need to kind of decide, like, okay, yeah, I'm interested in, I want to meet this person or not. So, the other way to do that would just also be to say yes to someone that you normally wouldn't say yes to or give a second look to, and kind of let go of the idea that someone is or is not your type. I've said this many times before, but that whole I have a type thing is not real, and that idea that you're holding on to, or your checklist or all that, might be the very thing that's holding you back from finding the right person, because maybe the right person has something that you're saying no to. So just be open and date outside your box and say yes to more people. Number 4, say goodbye to your ex. Everyone has the one that got away, right? If you're single, you kind of fantasize about this a little bit, but having that person who comes in and out of your life is actually going to be doing you more harm than good. People don't generally change. So if you have someone that you've dated off and on, you have that fun flirtation, it comes and goes here and there, but you're thinking they're going to change their behavior, or they're going to treat you better, or they're suddenly going to want kids when they have told you they didn't, that stuff's probably not going to happen, and would be much better served to stop engaging with that person and start looking for someone who does want the same things as you, because you deserve to find someone who wants the same things and will treat you the way you want to be treated. So, bye ex, no more, say goodbye. Number 5, this is a pet peeve for all of us here in the office. Do not engage in pre-date conversation. This especially applies to a service like ours. We really want that first impression to be live and in person, whatever in person looks like for you these days, either in person or actually on a video, whatever it is. But this also can apply if you're doing the app thing. So if you're on the apps, what this means is stop drawing things out over days and weeks, and asking a million questions and replying 3 days later, and doing that whole thing where I had one person who told me they exchanged like 60 messages before they actually met in person, and that's just insane. Short and sweet, again, kind of going back to that, engage in some flirty banter, decide if you're mutually interested, talk logistics, and then go on a date. There's no reason to draw that out. Like, if you're talking to someone online, it should take 3 to 5 days to get something set up. And if not, it's probably not going to happen. If it is a type of date where you have a professional like myself, or even a friend, coworker, doing kind of more of a setup thing for you, I would also encourage you to fight the urge to do the whole getting to know you before the date thing by texting you a bunch of times and going back and forth. Just don't do that. I've gone off on that one before too. Quick phone call, get to know each other, say nice to meet you, make some plans, send a text the day of as kind of a last minute confirmation, and then save the magic to happen on the first date. You want to really give people a chance and do something different. Like, this is a really good way to make a small change in the way you date. Number 6 is give people a chance. I've been doing this for 10 years now. I think it's fair to say that I am a dating expert or a dating professional. So when I say that very few people make a killer impression on a first date, I mean it. You can take my word for it. Most people are okay on a first date. Very few people kill it, do great, and some people completely bomb first dates and do much better on second dates. But for the most part, first dates, kind of like the Groundhog Day effect. They're kind of the same thing over and over again, basic get to know you chit chat, kind of borders on feeling like a job interview, nothing super exciting or magical. And then you dismiss this person because you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't feel any sparks or magic or chemistry. Okay, it's completely normal to not feel magic or sparks the first time you're interacting with someone. So take that with you when you go to your next date. And so I coach all of my clients that unless they have a really strong feeling of like a no or a red flag or something like that on a first date, always be open to a second date. You are much more likely to have sparks fly on a second date than you are a first date. Again, one of those things I can say because I watch people date for a living. Because people are more relaxed. Like you've gotten over your first date jitters. You have kind of the basic getting to know you. Hi, Matt. I agree. You do kill your first dates. Um, but it's the second dates, I think, is where you stumble. Just kidding. The the jitters are gone. Second dates, you're just more relaxed, you're more like yourself, and people make a stronger impression on a second date. And that's where we see people either say, well, okay, this isn't the right one, or you go on to those third dates and beyond and continue to date each other. So give people a chance, be open to more second, third dates. Don't be so dismissive on your first dates. Number 7, stop ghosting people. I was talking to a client yesterday and I told him I was making it my mission to eradicate ghosting in 2021. And I think we can do that, but I'm going to need some help from all of the singles out there to also commit to no longer ghosting people. So if you are single and you're watching this and you're thinking like, okay, maybe I've done this a time or two, or maybe you've had it done to yourself and you hate how it feels, hit the little like button right now. And that's kind of your little holding yourself to no longer ghosting people in 2021. It's just really rude and there's no reason for it. It takes 30 seconds to send someone a quick text to say, hey, it was nice meeting you. I don't think we want the same things. I didn't feel a connection, whatever it might be. And I wish you luck on your search. People like knowing what happened, whether it's good or bad. So just do it. It's really easy. And number 8, our last tip we decided was that you should be brave. 2020 was a hell of a year. I think that everyone has learned something about themselves. And if nothing else, I think we all could say that we have learned that life is really short. So take a chance, do something that seems out of your comfort zone. Do something big and bold, whether that's asking out the person that you see at the gym or having the talk with someone you've kind of been dating casually for the last month or two and saying, hey, I'm ready to take things to the next level. Where do you stand? Making yourself vulnerable to possibly being rejected, but standing up for yourself and putting yourself out there. You're not going to regret it. And you're going to be happy that you had that resolution and you know one way or another instead of always wondering. Another way to be brave is join a dating service or a matchmaking service like us. Do something completely different and get outside your comfort zone. We're becoming more and more mainstream, but many people have not used a dating service or matchmaking service, so we would be something very new to you. So give us a shot. Visit MidwestMatchmaking.com. You can message us here to learn more. Email us, call us. All of our contact information is here on our page or on our website. But the worst thing that can happen is not as bad as what can happen if you do nothing, right? So nothing to lose and everything to gain. I think you should be brave, get out there, make different dating choices for 2021. And I hope that we help you all find more love in the next year. So happy holidays and thanks for watching.